obviously you guys got the trade deadline kind of up this week. How have you grown to view that as the years have gone by in your career, and how much do you give input on players you've watched around the league, things like that?
I mean, you just stick to the process every day. What gives you a chance to win that particular day? Maximize the day. Is it a game day? Is it an off day? Is it a day where we got to come in and watch film? Is there a day where we got to practice? So, you just have to understand what day you're at and make sure you put your focus on that.
The reporting around you guys is related to center depth and those sort of positions. How have you felt about the contributions you've gotten at that position this year, and how you guys have obviously sustained after losing multiple players?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing about this roster is each guy's ability to impact winning in different ways, and so it can happen whether you start, whether you come off the bench, whether you play 5 minutes, 20 minutes. Every guy in this roster has helped us win a game, possessions, end of quarters, start of quarters, and to me, that's just the most important thing, making sure we have guys that have an understanding and validated and what they do gives us a chance to win every night. You got to do it at your best.
Joe, tonight the first inaugural Pioneers Day celebrating in the NBA. As a leader in this franchise, what does that mean to you, and how have the Celtics been at the forefront?
Yeah, I mean, I think to your point, whether there's two opportunities there. When you coach the Celtics, we've had just high character people and have history and have had a tradition in many different forms. And when you're helping move that forward, you just have a responsibility that people came before you to move it forward, and one, to be appreciative of what those before you have done on and off the court. And then the second piece to that is doing your part and moving that forward and kind of leaving it better. So you don't have a situation like this if you don't have the people that have come before you to do it. So that's important. And I think the league's the same way. We've had great people come through this league, and influential people, and just taking advantage of the opportunity you have to move it forward is an opportunity that we got.
Joe, one last question on the trade deadline thing. I know it could be a tough time for players emotionally, when things are a little uneasy. Do you find yourself having to talk to any players ever, just to help them navigate through it, so to speak?
I mean, I talk to them every day, just depending upon where guys are at, what that conversation is. But try to communicate with the guys every day, and whatever needs to be said or had or listened to is what you need to do at that particular time.
Coach, from over here in the back, last time we saw you was about just under 2 months ago from the Milwaukee side of things. Some of your rotation has shifted since then, and I'm just curious from your perspective. You hear about baseball managers using kind of hunch, that gut feel of how they decide who's going to be in and when. Your rotation has changed. What drives a lot of your thinking in terms of personnel, when and where, and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it's a balance of, heading into a game, it's a balance of how do we stay consistent in the habits that we're building, and it's also where, you want to coach to the strengths that you have, but you also want to coach to the ability that the other team has, and you're trying to win either the matchup or the sub pattern or that segment of the game with a different way that you can play. And so you obviously go into a game with something, but I think kind of where the game is at now is things are ever changing throughout the game, and where do you have the advantage? And you kind of know that in the first 6 to 7 minutes of the game where it's headed, and where you think you can gain an advantage, and trying to win the possession, trying to win the sub pattern, trying to win those 6 to 8 moments. So just constantly adjusting that, and a lot of it has to come from the guys. To our earlier question, the guys having the mindset to be ready to impact the game regardless of what that is. Anytime they come in, they can give us a chance to win and understand the situation that they're in. So we really do it because the guys have bought into that mindset.
Last question, Gary.
Joe, just following up on Abby's question, you mentioned the importance of recognizing and celebrating previous legends that played for this organization. How often, on a day-to-day basis, do those guys actually come up? Do you reference them in your coaching and practice and film? What does that process actually look like?
It's different. I think in the beginning of the season, I think the cool thing about us is we're always having guys hang around, be around, and so I think those things just happen organically, because people from the past of the Celtics are around a lot, whether it's at gala dinner, whether it's on practice, whether it's at a game, whether it's on the plane. We have history around us at all times, and so you just find different ways to take advantage of those situations.
Joe, just being part of this organization, you're almost kind of not forced, but you also have to research the history because there's so much. Is there something in the past that's fascinated you about this organization that you're just wow, something obscure or something you just didn't know? No,
I think just kind of the well-roundedness of it. I think And I think, you know, we've had people in our organization who have done a great job of that kind of with the Shamrock Foundation and with, you know, other movements and things, committees that we've had within our organization. But I think learning how impactful the Celtics are off the floor just as much as they are on the floor, you know, with different people, whether it's in the city, whether it's locally, you know, you start to realize that. And I think take a lot of pride, and there's people in our organization who take pride in making sure that that's known, making sure that we're a part of it, and making sure that we're making it better. So I think you always hear about the Celtics as a basketball team, but I think when you have Celtics as like, you know, where we're at in the community and where we've been, I think it's just as proud to be a part of that.
Thank you.
Thanks.